Well, we'll find out how much editing I have to do. Welcome to Pop Culture Roulette for all your pop culture needs. We're America's podcast.
Some might say we're America's greenest podcast.
Some might say
Oh.
that, but we'll find out. All right, so welcome. Guy who's bringing you the New Year's resolutions in March, Jeremy,
Uh, what up, boy?
and guy who went completely chalk on his bracket and is probably going to win it, Justin.
Not completely, just 93%.
All right, so how's everybody doing on this fine wintry March day?
Madness, I tell you.
Yeah, it's it's Wisconsin, March. I mean, a couple weeks ago on Sunday we had like 5 inches of snow. This Sunday we're getting a whole bunch of rain and super wind, and it's cold outside. It's not springtime or anything,
What do we got in store for us next Sunday, allegedly?
allegedly.
Let's see. More rain.
More rain. Awesome. All right.
Cool.
Well, we'll get spring eventually, sometime in July.
Yeah.
But anyway, but we
Mm.
figured why not try to get ourselves more in a spring mood and talk about green.
Rain, you said.
The color green, our favorite color. Um,
It's
we
not your
we
favorite color.
I was told it was my favorite color. I was
I was
living,
I was told I can do whatever I want if I set my mind to it.
well, yeah,
But
that ain't true, but
high school was a pain in the ass, but I graduated.
I owned three trucks in a row that were all green. And I painted a room in a house that I was living in green. Somebody was like, what's your favorite color?" Yeah, a little, yeah, basically similar color green, maybe a little brighter. To the color green, I'm realizing now that I'm trying to describe green from on an audio podcast from a visual standpoint.
Yeah.
Justin painted the room that he does the podcasting in green. Jeremy has a green screen wall in his studio. I am in a basement and I have done no painting, so I don't have green anywhere, but it might be green at some point once I
Just
actually,
it just sounds like the only green you have is envy.
and oh, we'll
Wow.
find out. Um, but March tends to bring a renewal. I did as I was driving around a little bit today, I saw little pops of grass trying to come out, like little bits of green. It's like, spring was trying. Um, I found this while I was looking around today. I found it from, I think it was literarydevices.net or .com or something. Said green is a symbolism in literature that carries symbolic significance and represents various themes and emotions. It's a symbol of growth, youth, vitality, as well as the natural world and its interconnectedness. Green can invoke a sense of renewal, hope, and new beginnings. It also may be associated with jealousy, envy, and deceit.
I don't think I have any of those.
No, well, that's just what, if you're using it in literature or something like that, or using it in a movie, might. I think that kind of goes maybe a long way to explain why green is Jeremy's favorite color, because he is, generally speaking, more of a positive guy.
Yeah, he's quite the wordsmith.
You know,
Try.
but we figured we'd talk about our favorite green, things in pop culture. Um, I don't know. Do we want to just go round robin or.
Yeah, why
Okay.
not?
So, Justin, what'd you start with? You want to do one at a time or do all five and then do honorable mentions? Because if I know Justin at all, he's got more than five.
What? Not like I have almost the full page of them.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I gotta know. Okay.
There's a lot
Eh,
of green things actually when you think about it.
so what, one, just do one at a time and go around, you think?
Sure.
All right. Number one I put is especially near and dear to me. It is the Green Bay Packers.
Mm,
Now, do you count that? Because I have plenty of other ones I can choose from. I
That
know
it's
we make up our own rules as we go.
I mean, it's your list to make up, and I left them off because I had a feeling that was going to be,
That was a huge vibrate. You besides them in Madden, which comes out every year that Jeremy buys, and he plays as the Green Bay Packers.
hmm.
What do we got going on there?
What do you mean?
Oh,
it's
there was, I don't know if that was your mic stand. There was a huge like vibration
there's
rumble.
yeah.
Is it still happening?
No, I
No.
think it was just when you were moving your
Oh yeah, I was
arm.
I was moving this thing a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's what it is.
that's
Yeah.
it. It's that spring.
Oh, okay. I
All
won't move it
right.
anymore.
All right.
Take two.
Oh, you think I'm going to edit any of that out?
Oh, all right, fine. So yeah, the Green Bay Packers I put as number one. I felt like it was kind of cheating, but as someone
Shit.
who is,
Sorry.
are you done over
I'm
there?
done. I'm done. I'm trying to put my sock on. I keep hitting it.
As someone who is a owner of the Packers, have several Packer jerseys, cards, autographs, all that stuff. As a cheesehead, Green Bay, near and dear to me. I had to put them on the list of number one. I almost didn't because I wasn't sure if you guys would say they were pop culture, but then I remembered we always make up our own rules as we go on this podcast. So I threw it on there.
Yeah. No, that does say green in the title, and green is one of their colors. So
Green Bay Packers.
figured at least one. I knew you would. I wasn't sure if Jeremy would put them on his list or not.
Nah, I thought Justin would have it covered.
That's, they host the draft this year, in case you didn't know.
I've heard. Are we going?
I'm not, but I'd be shocked if Justin says he's not going to, but I'll be shocked if he doesn't.
Yeah. Right now, as of now, I don't plan on going. All right.
All right. My number one should be of no shock to either of you, but when I think green pop culture, the first thing that comes to mind, Kermit.
Hmm.
Good old
Yeah.
Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
That I've been a Muppet fan for as long as I can remember. I've seen most mo of the Muppet movies that were at least theatrically released in theaters, as far back as the Muppets Take Manhattan, I believe. So, back into the early 80s. Um, so
I saw Muppets Treasure Island in
uh,
theaters.
yes. But I'm a big Muppet fan. So Kermit is one of the first things I think of when he's got the whole it's not easy being green.
Hmm.
True.
So that's where I went with.
That's a good one.
Uh,
Okay. I'll say the Sam Fisher night vision goggles.
Okay.
all right.
You see those three dots, those three green dots, and you instantly know that's Sam Fisher, baby. And it's one of my favorite franchises. I love stealth games. Sam Fisher is a badass. And what more is there to say?
What is your favorite game of that series?
Probably Chaos Theory, number three.
Was that the co-op one?
Yes, I think they did have some co-op in that one. Yeah.
Then I would probably have to agree with you on that one. Nicholas, did you play those?
I've never played any of those games.
Wow. Do you not like sneaking around?
No, because I love Arkham Asylum and Tomb Raider. I just, for whatever reason, never played any of those particular games.
Do you know what the franchise is called? Because you keep avoiding it.
Oh, Splinter
Splinter.
Cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What platform is that one on?
Xbox, place, was it just Xbox?
It, I think it's all consoles now. It was exclusive for Xbox for a long time, I feel, but then
Then
they kind of
I
like
don't have an excuse as to why I've never played it. I just haven't.
they're pretty solid games. I mean, some of the newer ones kind of like veer off into like more actiony territory, and one of them they even changed Sam Fisher's voice. Like they replaced the iconic Michael Ironside with like some fucking douchebag, and it's like, what are you guys doing? So that was not cool, but supposedly they're rebuilding the first game from the ground up. They're doing a complete remake, which would be amazing.
Well,
And
if that comes out, I will play it, and then I will get in on the ground floor again.
all right.
Okay. Is that me now? Number two?
Yep.
All right. This one shouldn't come as a surprise then to anybody, especially you guys. Number two on my list is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I had
Yep.
a feeling.
Yep.
Love the Turtles. Huge fan of the cartoons. Uh, I had a lot of the action figures growing up. I still have all my action figures. They're not in the best of shape because, I played hard with those toys.
Right.
I don't know how many movies they came out with. Three, four, five live action.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Sounds right. Three.
The first two are good. The rest are kind of all trash.
Yeah. Yeah. The Michael Bay ones are not good.
I didn't mind the second Michael Bay one with Bebop and Rocksteady. And then I've got the turtle shirts. I've got Ninja Turtles on my wall with the actual Renaissance artists wearing the eye masks
Nice.
of the turtle colors. I've got the Turtles lunchbox. I've my Ninja Turtle shoes. I got those bright green ass Ninja Turtle shoes.
Those Puma ones,
Yeah,
those are awesome.
Nicholas. I don't think you've seen those, Nicholas.
No, I've not seen those shoes.
They're uh they're one's red and one's purple, and then the other set one's blue and one's orange.
Nice.
So they're green, and then they got the mask on the side, and the back's got their name and the weapons, and I think they're LaMelo Ball shoes made by Puma.
Okay.
Probably spent more money on them than I should have for a pair of shoes,
Mm.
two pairs of shoes. But I mean, I think of green, I think of Ninja Turtles.
Right on. I was looking at when I was doing research for this, I found a list of like top 50 green characters in pop culture. And they split the turtles up. Like they had like Donatello at like number 12, like Michelangelo at like number 14, and then like Leonardo was down at like 35. It's like, wait, what? Like
You know,
how are they not just all in one, like just
Yeah,
I
that's a
why
do,
cheap
would
way
you
to
split
pad out the
the
list.
right, yeah, exactly.
I do also have the Ninja Turtles cookbook for pizzas. Don't
Ooh,
want to forget about that. And of course, the best one is Michelangelo.
The best turtle or the best
Yeah, the best
oh,
turtle. Oh, and I have the video games. The video games are great.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna say Donatello is the best turtle.
What do you got, Jeremy?
I'll say Michelangelo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very short turtle bracket, but yeah,
Yeah. I don't think you guys were surprised by that one.
no.
Mm.
So all right, so my number, well, I didn't necessarily write them 100% in order, but it's just the second thing I thought of, Shrek.
Good choice.
But yeah, I went and saw that movie. I don't when did that movie come out? 2000, 2001?
Sounds right.
Yeah. But it was the reason that I finally broke down and bought a DVD player because I went into Blockbuster. That's how old I and this movie is. Um, and they were like, "Hey, pre-order Shrek for on DVD for, whatever the price was, and we'll give you like 10 free rentals and like some like a bag of popcorn or something." And I was like, okay, I don't own a DVD player, but sure, I'll pre-order it. So I pre-ordered it, got all the free rentals and like the popcorn, and then I had to go to, again, to prove how old I am, go to Circuit City
Circuit
and
City.
bought my first DVD player.
The first Shrek came out in 2001.
Yeah, yeah, 2001.
That's
Um,
crazy. How many of those movies they've made?
I think they just announced the fifth one.
Did.
I
Supposed
believe
to
that's
come
right.
out, supposed to come out at the end of the year.
I heard everyone was up in arms about they like changed the look, but like he doesn't look any different to me at all.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't understand.
people just want to be up in arms about stuff.
I
It's
guess so.
kind of like what we hit on at the end of the last episode when we talked about, people review bombing just so they could have rage bait.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
which is happening again, by the way, with the Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, you called it.
Like
You
we
said it was going to
predicted.
happen.
I have heard people say it's pretty boring.
Is it? I've heard mixed stuff. I've heard like people really like the new stealth elements
Hmm.
and the environment like looks really gorgeous, I guess, but I guess I don't know too much else about it.
All right.
Am I up?
Yeah.
I'll say for this one, Mario Pipes.
Oh,
Nice.
all right.
They're not all green. There have been some variations in the past, but mostly when you think of a Mario pipe, think of a green one.
You're right. That is the first thing I think of.
And that little chime.
Yes.
What is
Ooh,
that?
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
And then when they're down there, doo 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 doo.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
Any more you'd like to elaborate on Mario pipes?
Well, I'll say it was really satisfying building the Mario pipe. There's that Lego Piranha plant in the
Oh yeah.
background here. The pipe piece, it's like specifically was like oddly satisfying as you put those curves together and you get to see it like come together. And there's just something really,
When you see the pipe erecting,
yeah. I love a nice curve
oh,
erecting.
I thought you were going to say erect pipe.
Well, I was gonna try to get that out there, but I was gonna add more descripting words in front of it, but I failed. So yeah, I like a nice fat erect pipe. How about that?
Nice. Don't have enough innuendos. All right. So I guess it'd be me. This one could have some recency bias. I put Green Arrow.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'm working my way through the Arrowverse. I'm still committed to that, which is shocking for me to watch something for as long as I have been.
Yeah, you've committed to this. What number are you up to now?
I am on 103 out of 830.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to find Vixen. So if anyone knows where I can do that. And then I got Supergirl about to enter the mix in 20 episodes or so.
oh, fun.
But yeah, that's might be some recency bias to why that's in there. And, is it Stephen Amell does make an appearance in the Turtle movies, at least
Yeah,
Turtle movie as Casey Jones,
correct. Yes.
who is, probably one of my favorite characters in there, even for the non-turtles, he's probably my favorite character. Just the guy with a golf bag full of random sports equipment. That's right up my alley. And a hockey mask. That's right up Jeremy's alley.
hell yeah.
I don't think Nicholas has an alley in this one.
I mean, I like the Turtles. I mean,
You like turtles?
I am a hockey fan.
All right. Okay.
All right, so my third one, all right, the Hulk.
Mm, figured you would throw a superhero in here.
Yeah, the Hulk. I mean, and just to be, inclusive of just all Hulk related, Green Hulk, you know, Hulk, She-Hulk,
Red
whatever.
Hulk.
Well,
Oh,
he's
okay,
red.
it's red.
He's red.
I guess
Uh,
not.
no, I really like the comic books. I like the cartoons. Some of the movies have been hit and miss, but you know, Like, I really enjoy using the whole character in the Lego games. It's just I enjoy the character. So
All right.
all right. Yep, that's my third one, the Hulk.
All right. I'll say Reptar for number three from the Rugrats.
Rugrats.
And he was a pretty badass giant dinosaur. I'm sure it was like would be a parody of like Godzilla. And they had a lot of great things like in the universe, like Reptar spin-offs. Like they had the Reptar Mobile, they had Reptar on Ice, they had like Reptar appearing in like different ads and stuff. And I think Reptar cereal. So it was really they really expanded the whole Reptar lore, which was cool to see. And
They
I
did
don't know
all that
why
like inside the cartoon.
they did.
They had
Yeah.
cartoons inside of a cartoon.
They did. Yeah.
All right.
And just recently, like before we started recording, I just got done building a little Reptar from Brickcraft because the Brickcraft company put out a 90s Nickelodeon set.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was the Rugrats were a little after me, so like I'm aware of them, but like I've not had much experience with them. Like I mean, when you said Reptar, I knew what it was from, but like I wasn't like, oh, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch too much of them. Sam, I know of them. They weren't one of the like that was around the same time as what Rocco's.
Mm-hmm.
Was that all the
Hmm.
same? I don't know if Cat Dog was around then.
Yeah, yeah. I think those were like a slightly like a little later because I think Rugrats was like almost one of the first Nicktoons, if not the first.
but for
It's
for some reason like Rocco's made kind of a jump over to like where like adults and I barely consider myself an adult now, but at the time, because I remember watching some of Rocco's Modern Life. I don't remember it super well, so they must have played that one later at night than they did Rugrats. Because like I
That
mean
makes
I've
sense.
definitely seen an episode here or there,
Mhm.
but
could you guess maybe when the Rugrats originally aired? I don't need
I'll,
it.
s-
I don't need a date. I just need want the year.
I'm gonna guess it was like 90.
Nicholas, do you have an idea?
98.
91.
Ah,
August 11th. And the final episode,
that'd be closer probably to 98.
Nicholas, you can guess on this one?
2012.
2004.
Wow,
Yeah, the original series from 91 to 2004.
Oh, okay.
it's a good run. And then All Grown Up came out, I think. It showed
Uh,
them as like teenagers.
they had all grown up, and then there was a Rugrats 2021 TV series that came out as well.
Oh yeah.
So in 91, that would have been when I was in eighth grade. So, well, that would have also explained why I didn't know about Rugrats, because I didn't have cable until 96.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it would have been one of those things that, like, unless it was one of the rare shows that started on cable and they moved over to network for like reruns, then I would have never seen it until much later, unless I was over at a friend's house. And when in 92 to 96, when I was in high school, if I was over at a friend's house, we wouldn't have been watching Rugrats.
I found it to be very relatable because I was a baby in 91. So.
Okay, it was the second of the original three Nickelodeon animated series, known as Nicktoons, after Doug, but before Ren and Stimpy.
Wow, what a interesting mix.
Yeah.
See, now Doug, I remember watching. So Doug must have, for whatever reason, and that was probably back in the day when, like, because I know Disney Channel, like, they had their Disney Channel originals, like Tailspin and Darkwing Duck and stuff like that. And then, like, one of the channels had, like, a Disney Channel block in the afternoon, so you could see Rescue Rangers and DuckTales and
Woo!
Tailspin. Like that's like they show. Like I got to see. I was. in retrospect, looking back at it, it was probably like months or maybe even like a year later, but I did get to see them. Where I think Doug must have made the move over as well,
Yeah.
but I don't remember exactly. Memory is fading, from something. It's hard to remember that, 1991 was 30 plus years ago at this point.
Oh,
Don't remind him.
it's
All right.
awful.
I guess I'm on number four.
Yep.
All right. I went with Oscar the Grouch.
Hmm.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of relatable.
Fuck yeah.
You know, I live in a garbage can, kind of a grouch. Kind of a grouch. My best friend's a worm.
All right.
I have the same hairstylist as he does. I mean, what else do you need to know about Oscar the Grouch?
Live in trash and your best friend's a worm.
What
Um,
was his worm's name? Remember?
No,
Some,
couldn't
I
tell
don't
ya.
remember. All right.
oh, yeah.
Wormy.
It could be as a kid's show.
Yeah, well, Oscar the Grouch and the Turtles are on my honorable mention list, so
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't love Oscar the Grouch? He's probably the best character on that show.
probably.
I know a lot of people think like Grover and Elmo, and it's
Yeah,
Oscar the
yeah, it's
Grouch,
Oscar.
Yeah,
Grover and
definitely.
or
Elmore.
or the Count.
Oh, I'm trying to remember the joke now. Hold on a second. It's oh, who's your favorite vampire? The Count? He doesn't count. I assure you he does.
All
Nice.
right.
Did Oscar, when he went in there, did it expand into like a magical, like bigger world?
You
Yes.
never did it? I said, did you ever really see him in his world?
I'm pretty sure. Like I'm pretty sure his garbage can was like the TARDIS. Like once he was in it, like it was bigger on the inside.
Hmm, that makes
Was it
sense.
was it Inchy? Was that the name of the worm?
Oh, slimy.
Slimy.
Same.
Uh, we were way off. Inchy and Wormy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking Slimer. So I was close. Yeah. Moving on.
All right, moving on.
Okay.
My fourth one is the Grinch.
Sure.
He holds a special place in my heart when it comes to Christmas related things. As it is a massive part of, or was a massive part of my childhood tradition for Christmas Eve to come home after the Christmas Eve service and watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas, drink a glass of eggnog before you went to bed on Christmas night or Christmas Eve night. So like I have warm and fuzzy memories. Um, you know, I know that some people don't like the Jim Carrey movie, but it's not bad. The Benedict Cumberbatch one's actually really good, but nothing can still touch the original. You know,
What about the horror film that they made?
I refuse to watch it.
All right.
What's that
Jeremy,
called?
you haven't
I'd love to see it. I
I think
haven't
it's
seen
I
it.
think it's called The Mean. Is it The Mean One?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's on Prime.
Or
Okay.
or it's on Tubi, one of the two.
It's, sounds
Turning
great.
Nicholas's childhood movies into horror films. We know how much he likes that.
Yeah.
I
All
agree though.
right.
I like the Grinch movies.
Definitely. Yeah, they're great movies. All right. Me? Well, this was tough because I started thinking about this universe just in general, like the universe of Toy Story,
Hmm.
because there's a lot of green shit in there when you really think about it. There's like there's Rex,
All right.
there's um the RC car, which I was gonna pick originally, but then I thought about the game, and he's kind of like a little bitch in that game. Like the controls are horrible, so I couldn't go with that. So I'm gonna actually pick the alien from Toy
The,
Story.
the Army Men too.
There's all yeah, the army man too. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
also Andy's mom's dildo. Oh,
That's
that's
a
a
that's that's a different.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
not canon.
yeah.
Wow. Batteries not included.
So yeah, I mean, I love those toys. I love those little toys.
Wait,
Love them
which ones are
all.
you talking about right now?
Mostly the aliens right now, specifically. They're funny. They're really like kind of like wouldn't you consider them to be like OG minions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
You
right.
because I
should
mean,
The minions before minions.
yeah. Did they ever do like any like spin-off with those guys? Like little short film or anything or
maybe. I mean, they actually spoke English, unlike the Minions.
right, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. The Claw.
I still don't think I've seen all of those. I don't think I've seen all the Toy Story movies. I'm pretty sure I've only seen one and two.
There's four, right?
Yeah, there's four, and number five is supposed to be coming out next year.
Which one is three? Is that Schindler's Toy Box?
Yes,
Hmm.
that's Schindler's. So that's the one that you know, will.
Okay, then I've only seen the first two.
Yeah, the third one is rough. The fourth one ends. The fourth one could be really bad depending on what happens with the fifth one. Because the fourth one ends in such a weird place that like I can't believe it's taken them this long to make the fifth one.
Hmm.
Like I don't know. It's very bizarre ending it the way. Well, I mean, even ending the third one the way they did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
I say yeah. I don't know what you guys are talking about. All right. Well, I had The Grinch as number five, but Nicholas has taken that at number four, which is okay because I got a couple extras here I can choose from. I mean, he himself is not technically green, but his costume is green, which I guess works because I already did Green Arrow. So I can do whatever I want. We've established this. Buddy the Elf.
Nice.
I mean, it's one of my go-to Christmas movies. Usually watch it every year. And yeah, it's such a good movie.
It
And his
is.
outfit is green, so I put him on the list.
That's really all it takes.
I
I mean,
mean, I did Green Arrow and Green Bay Packers.
if we can put
I could do what I want.
if we can put night vision goggles on there, we can put Buddy the Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they don't ever make a sequel. I know Will Ferrell had said he's turned it down because
Yeah,
it just doesn't need one.
no, it doesn't. It's such a perfect movie, and I with you. I watch it at least once a year, if not multiple times a Christmas season, but at least once a Christmas season, I sit down and watch the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
Nicholas.
My fifth one, Yoda.
Good choice.
You can't go wrong with Yoda. Good old Star Wars, like, big. Even though I haven't watched the last Star Wars series that came out, Skeleton Crew, but that's not Yoda related, so whatever. I you know I'm still a massive Star Wars fan. Like I still love Star Wars. So
I haven't watched a lot of the shows yet, and I haven't watched the last movie. I just kind of fell behind, per usual.
yeah, I mean, the fact that you watched as many of them as you did should probably be amazing.
That's true. It's hard to get me to commit to things. All right, Jeremy.
All right. Well, this is tough. I did put this is not like I got a ridiculous one that's not pop culture, but I'm shout out to the green bell peppers. Those are awesome, right? Because you can do so much with them.
And kiwis and Granny Smith apples and
Yeah, yeah, I like
you want
those
me to
too.
start just naming random green fruits and vegetables?
Oh, well, I mean, the green bell pepper specifically is great because it can be used as a dish. I mean, you could stuff it with ground beef, or you could slice it and it can be like a party thing. Like it could be like a platter.
Oh,
Just like dip it in some ranch, or um, oof, I don't have a third or. There's two great things about it though. So I
And
mean, bell pepper. Plus, it just looks nice. It just has a nice look. Honestly, like it looks really good.
I will say, like, I do like green bell peppers in a lot of things, but they are one of my least favorite pizza toppings.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's fair.
I'm kind of indifferent to green pepper as a topping on pizza because I feel like it's just so like it just exists.
I mean, I'll still
What
eat it, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about green olives as a pizza topping?
fan.
I
Oh,
like
me
black
too.
olives.
Both
Green,
are good, but green
yeah,
olives on pizza,
yeah,
oh, so good.
Yeah, all right.
Or when you get them with the feta cheese stuffed green olives,
yep.
Sure.
man, stop getting hungry now. All
So,
right,
yeah, that was mine. Some good honorable mentions for later, though.
same. Do we just should I just run through the honorable mentions I wrote down,
Sure.
or are we okay? All right, the first one I put was from the DC universe, the Joker's hair.
Mm.
Okay.
I mean, you see that hair? Iconic hair, nice green. Can't argue with that. I have Swamp Thing.
But before you go on too far
All
from
right.
the Joker's hair, have either of you watched much TV in the last week or so? Like
Nah,
actual TV where you have to sit through commercials?
not really.
No.
State Farm is doing a whole new commercial campaign for Bateman. Um, because you instead of getting Batman, you get Bateman, and it's Jason Bateman dressed in a Batman costume. Um, there's a Poison Ivy, a Catwoman, a Joker, Two-Face, a Batman who has kind of a Will Arnett style Batman voice. Like it is astoundingly like aesthetically like straight up Batman. Like it is like it's not like cheesy. Like I mean the commercial is cheesy, but like the look is like better than anything that Matt Reeves did with that god awful Batman movie that came out a few years ago.
Still haven't seen it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
still
so
haven't seen that.
bad. But like I mean, it looks like a mix of like the Batman animated series and sort of like the early Tim Burton stuff. Like, but it's like, oh my goodness, like that's what I want in a Batman movie. Like that right there. Like maybe
Hmm.
with better actors, but well, I'm not saying that Jason Bateman isn't a great actor. I just don't see him as Batman, or
Right.
in this case, Bateman. But
Hmm.
anyway, I was, I
All
saw that
right.
commercial a few times today, and I was like, wow, like it's surprisingly good visuals. Anyway, all
Okay.
right.
All
So
right.
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. The sweet tart green jelly beans that you can only get for Easter.
Okay.
I mean, those are delicious. Green eggs and ham. Dr. Seuss book. This list is gonna get weird. The Andes mint avalanche ice cream from Culver's.
Oh,
All right.
The Shamrock Shake.
Oh, the Shamrock Shake.
The Milwaukee Bucks. Leprechaun.
I'm surprised the Bucks weren't higher on your list, quite honestly.
Yeah. Well, Leprechaun. Lucky
which one?
Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Cosmo
Oh, yeah.
from
From
Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Uh, Larry from VeggieTales.
Psst, the cucumber.
Plankton. And one I thought for sure Jeremy would have had the Nickelodeon slime.
Oh, that's my honorable. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That's a
Or
good one.
what about the green team from Olmec's Temple, whatever.
The green
Legends of the Hidden
monkeys.
Temple.
Yeah, green monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, I also have Jolly Green Giant. Can't forget about him.
Ho,
All
ho,
right. All right.
ho.
Like I said, it's a weird list.
And
The
yeah,
Jolly Green
definitely
Giant.
had some fantasies about, I mean,
What
nothing.
about Jiminy Cricket?
Jiminy Cricket. Yeah, yeah, that's a good green thing.
All right.
Now I'm just thinking of green things.
There's a fuck ton of green things when you really think about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, so for my honorable mentions, I've got Slimer,
Hmm.
uh,
That's a good
Gam
one.
Gamora from the
All
All right.
right.
Guardians movies. I already had the Turtles Mask, the Jim Carrey movie.
Is it
Mike,
really, is it as good as the second one though?
What second one? The Son of the Mask?
Oh yeah, with Jamie Kennedy.
Oh
No.
yeah, that was fucking awesome.
There's a reason why nobody talks about that.
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Mike Wazowski,
Oh yeah,
Poison Ivy,
Kite Man.
um, Kang and Kodos, because I
Hmm.
had to talk about The Simpsons, and then well, I just thought of one now. The Green M&M.
Hmm.
All right,
Jeremy, do you have any opinion on the green M&M?
Uh, well, yeah. That one's like low-hanging fruit. But they kind of like we all know what they like they kind of did her dirty.
No, you did her dirty.
They unsexified her, didn't they? They like
they
gave
well
her
they
sneakers.
they tried.
I'll still sexify her. I don't care what she's wearing.
And then for my last one, I got Marvin the Martian.
Ah, that's a good one too.
Good choice. No Green Lantern.
No,
That's probably for the best. All right, Jeremy, lay it on us.
All right, so we got Gruntilda the Witch from Banjo-Kazooie.
okay.
Okay.
We got Snake Man from Mega Man 3. He was one of the bosses, and then when
Is
you
he a
get
Cobra?
uh I mean he was like just a dude, I guess, and he had like his special ability once you consumed him, like you could shoot little snake guys, and it was like little face huggers that would like latch onto the enemy.
Okay.
Uh we got Luigi from Mario and Luigi.
Yes.
He's pretty damn iconic hero. We've got another mask, the mask from Goosebumps. That's a green mask. The
Okay.
one that gets stuck to that chick's face. And then we've got Franklin the Turtle.
Okay.
And that's it for my honorables.
Bowser.
Bowser. Some Koopas are green.
Agreed, yeah.
Some Yoshis are green.
Yoshi is green.
Yes, the Yoshi is green.
Yeah, when you think about it, there shows a lot of green stuff in pop culture.
Yeah, the list was much more extensive than I expected it to be. And I didn't even get into the inanimate objects like Jeremy did. Like I probably should have thought about some. I did think I should try to come up with some of it, but then I was like, this is the lane I'm running in.
Yeah.
The green olive.
The green olive. I do like a good green olive. I like a good jalapeno pepper. Like a
Oh
good
Oh,
yeah.
I like kiwis. But when you eat a kiwi, do you eat the skin?
no.
No.
All right, just me then. I eat the whole
When
thing.
when you eat a banana, do you eat the peel?
No. When you eat an apple, do you eat the skin?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
See?
But it's so much different with a kiwi. It's like a ball sack. I like to
Yeah.
eat a banana and two kiwis together at the same time.
Let's get your
Cradle the kiwis.
yeah, that little fuzzy fruit in your mouth.
Yeah, I like to see if I could fit both the kiwis into my mouth while I'm pleasuring the tip of the banana.
All right now.
Okay. We're not even hiding it.
Nah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
well,
jacking off a banana.
didn't someone say we needed more disturbing innuendos?
No, I don't believe they said more. I don't,
It was just an
it
observation.
was just an
Uh,
observation.
they wanted just the tip of the innuendos, and
Yeah, I just say maybe.
Jeremy went all the way to the Kiwis.
It's true. I'll slow it down for next week.
What for?
Good point.
What about guacamole?
I like guacamole.
It's grown on me.
Say it's hit or miss depending on it's long if it's like good fresh stuff. Otherwise, I've
Yeah.
gotten some really bad store stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean that's much like anything. Like you can get really good salsa or you can get really bad salsa.
What about
Trying to
just avocado straight up?
no.
I like a good avocado like slice on like some sandwiches or burgers.
I've had it spread on a burger, but I've not had just like an avocado slice.
I don't hate it.
Trying to
I
think
know
of some other good green foods we got.
I like a good lime in like my water or like just in like lime flavored candy.
Shit.
Mm,
I think green apple is probably one of my favorite candies. Like the
yeah.
green apple Jolly Rancher,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
wa
candy, but I don't like
Wallabies,
eating a
green
green apple.
licorice.
I don't really like eating like just like a green apple.
Why?
I don't know, like I don't know. Like they're great
What are
for
you
baking.
like a Gala Red Delicious kind of guy?
Yeah, yeah, more of but the green apple is not a good eating apple. It's a good like baking apple.
Mm. I'm a
Like
big fan of the Honey Crisp myself.
That's a good choice.
I don't
Pink
mind a green apple though.
pink ladies are pretty good.
Pinky. How about
huh.
ambrosia?
I've been on Cosmic recently.
They're all right.
What about
I say, if any of us is going to start knows a lot of different types of apples, I'm not going to start
Fuji?
rambling them off.
Uh
Fuji? You like those?
Fuji's a decent one.
Red
Yeah,
Delicious?
Yeah. I mean
That's like
we
kind of like the one, right? That's like generic apple.
I
that or
mean
Gala.
we probably have to bow to the guy who worked in produce for how many years?
At 12,
Mhm.
13, still there from time to time.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
Good
well,
to
there we
know.
go. There's a lot of
Pac-
green stuff we just talked about.
Pacific Rose, Sugar Bee.
Whoa. Deep
No,
cuts.
oh yeah, now you're
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah.
Sugar bee.
Sugar Bee.
What's that?
It's a hybrid between, I don't remember which two apples. There's a lot of hybrid apples now. Snow Sweet.
That's sick. That's an abomination. They never should have done that.
I have a
Just
snow
because they could.
I have a Snow Sweet apple tree in the yard.
Snow sweet?
Yeah.
Hmm.
They were created at the University of Minnesota.
Wow.
I have three apple trees in my yard, but
Were they
I've
crab
never.
apples?
They're a little bigger than crab apples, but I've never treated the trees with anything. So by the time they're like ripe enough to eat, they've tended to be eaten by all the bugs. So like I've never been able to eat any of the apples off the tree. All all it does is make me have to go out there and rake apples.
Nice.
Brings the wasps.
What a pain.
Yeah, I'm honestly considering cutting down all three of the apple trees,
Yes.
replacing it with something else.
All right. That's going to go on for a while.
Okay.
Oh.
Just informing you.
All right. Well, did anybody watch anything this week?
Arrow,
Okay.
Flash, about it.
Oh boy.
March Madness, basketball.
All
But
Eh,
right.
I'm back in time.
Okay.
What'd I miss?
All right. So what did I watch? I watched another episode of The Pit, which is that
Is that
basically
the one that
it's
made you cry?
yes. Yes, and I keep watching it.
Jeremy, were you
It's
not here for that?
no, I don't think he was here for that episode. Um, it is a ridiculous from what I understand, it's considered to be one of the most medically accurate um hospital shows that's on air. It's on HBO. And because it's on HBO, they show and do some things that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get away with on broadcast TV. But they had an episode this week that was kind of even tougher to watch. It didn't bring out the tears like the other one did. But yeah, it's basically 24 but set in a hospital and a
hmm.
lot less murder and torture.
Oh, all the good
Um,
stuff.
watched the newest episode of Daredevil. Punisher showed up, so you know,
Wait, is it episode 3 or 4?
or
All right, I didn't see 4. I saw 3.
yeah. So
Jeremy, have you watched?
I don't have Disney Plus anymore.
So then we can spoil things and you don't care.
I get. I mean, I'll watch it at some point, but
No, no,
you can spoil.
it's fine.
You can do whatever you want.
I'll just send Nicholas a message then.
yeah.
Is it
Um
like the other one? Like,
yeah, I mean I think it's supposed I think they referred to it as a spiritual sequel, but so far it seems to be just a straight up sequel to the Netflix series.
sweet.
Yeah.
Because pretty much everybody who was in the Netflix series has shown up in this series. Like they did something in the very first episode that was kind of shocking.
Mm.
But the guy John Bernthal just showed up in the fourth episode as Frank Castle. Um, Charlie Cox is playing Daredevil. What's her name? Gretchen Mol was Karen Page. Eldon Hansen was Foggy, and then obviously Vincent D'Onofrio is back as Kingpin. So like, so far everybody that they had from the original Daredevil series is in this one.
Hmm.
I know
Sweet.
when I seen that they were gonna have Punisher and John Bernthal back as Punisher. That's what kind of made me go, all right, I'll give this one a watch.
Yeah, so it's been a bit of a slow burn so far, but I think it's gonna end pretty good. This with no spoilers, but this episode they talked a lot about Latvia, which is, if you know anything about the Marvel comics, the home country of Doctor Doom. So they're bringing around the idea that, well, I mean, we already know that Robert Downey Jr. is taking over the role of Victor Von Doom in upcoming movies, but now they're actually starting to reference Latvia and some other Doctor Doom stuff. I think they might be. I don't know if they're going to bother setting up Doctor Doom in the Disney Plus series, but they're at least exploring the idea that Latvia exists.
It's cool.
I mean, of course it exists.
I mean, it doesn't exist in the real world, but hey,
Well, it exists a new girl.
but what else? That's Oh, I watched Moana 2 today, finally.
I haven't seen the first one.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I still haven't seen the Frozen movies either.
I'm shocked given what you have living in your house that you've not seen Frozen or Moana.
I do a good job of avoid denying and defending.
But
I was frozen today.
He's got a point. And antifreeze. Why do you look confused, Nicholas?
I don't know. I'm just
Suburban Commando?
I was
okay.
frozen today.
No, I haven't seen Suburban Commando in forever, so
It's a masterpiece, really.
It's right up there with Down Periscope.
Oh, yeah,
all
about
right.
that.
Anything anybody wants to talk about or what we're looking forward to, or
More Arrowverse, more basketball. That's about it right now.
Yeah, thing.
Tournament of Champions.
Tournament of Champions is going on. It's really good. I really like that. I did watch that this week. Highly recommend that if you're into cooking shows at all.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
got something.
Okay.
I've been listening to a new podcast. It's called When a Stranger Calls. It's hosted by Harlan Williams and Howie Mandel. And the
All
whole
right.
thing is they just take calls from strangers and just chat with random strangers. And it's really weird because like I don't know, I couldn't find it in like a regular RSS feed. I have to like go on YouTube to listen to it. And it's When a Stranger Calls with a Z. So
Oh
it's like
shit.
it seems like one of those shows that's like really under the radar, but that's really funny. They
How
just like mess with people all the time.
did they call the strangers or?
The strangers, it's like pre-screened, I guess, because
Oh, okay.
you can go on to like Howie Mandel's website and apply to be on the show. So like they have like four or five people throughout one episode usually, and it's all pretty bizarre because most of the people are I don't know, kind of awkward, or they'll just like mess with people.
Interesting.
It's very entertaining. I mean,
Okay.
Harland Williams is just
He's
He's
bizarre.
hilarious.
He is
yeah,
hilarious, but he's a bit on the weirder side when it comes to comedy.
yeah.
All right.
And
Well,
they have surprisingly good chemistry. I mean, it's not a duo you usually would can think about for being together, but
okay.
All right.
yeah.
I might have to check that out. All right. All right then. I'm probably gonna go with this one for a while just because, I think we might have found our ultimate in stupidity, but if you own the New York Jets, just remember, stupid never walks alone.
Not one of our favorite green things.
Comic books have been around for almost a century, and in the last 2 decades, we've finally gotten to see many of these characters brought to life in movies and on TV. On the Moving Panels podcast, we discuss movies and TV shows based on, inspired by, and adapted from the world of comic books. Join me and my guests as we discuss both the good and the bad from Marvel, DC, and even some of the lesser-known comic book companies. Learn what is and isn't from the comics, as well as our nerdy review of the movie or show. New episodes drop every Monday, and you can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. So join us for Moving Panels, and I'll see you on the other side of the page.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and listen to an 80s Flick Flashback podcast once in a while, you could miss it. Do you love movies of a certain age? Do you miss the days of VHS tapes, VCRs, and the video rental stores? Does the thought of another 80s movie being remade seem inconceivable? My name is Tim Williams. I'm the creator and host of the 80s Flick Flashback podcast. On each episode, I'm joined by guest co-hosts to discuss one of the many movies released in the 1980s. We share our first-time watch memories, our favorite scenes, and even learn some behind-the-scenes stories about the cast and crew along the way. New episodes are released every other Friday on your favorite podcasting platform. So make like a tree, get out of here, and go listen to an excellent episode of the 80s Flick Flashback podcast. The ad is over. Go home. Go.